Our 13th pitch comes from Work 180, and presenting today are Graham Lloyd and Valeria Ignatsiava. Round of applause for them, please.
Thank you. My name is Gemma Lloyd, and I'm the CEO of Work 180. We're connecting talented women with only the best employers. So before we started Work 180, I spent 10 years working in enterprise technology sales. I was on a $160,000 base salary plus commission and managing over $5 million in business. But see, whilst this job sounds great on paper, in reality, I was miserable. See, my peers would ask me to go get their coffees, get them stationery, take their notes. I was working in what I refer to now as an archaic boys' club. But see, work wasn't always like that for me. See, prior to that, I was working at this amazing software engineering company where the leadership team was gender balanced. It was age diverse and culturally diverse. And there were noticeable differences in the productivity, the engagement, and even the profitability of that company. And so I thought to myself, if only there was a place where women could go where they knew where the truly supportive employers were. The concept for Work 180 was born. So we have completely flipped the traditional job platform model on its head. Instead of just the job seekers sending in their CV and their credentials to the employer, we are now asking the employers to send in their CV and their credentials to the job seeker. Only if those employers meet a certain benchmark can they join the platform, and we then connect them with the talented women. And it is this approach that has seen us get up to 50 times more applications from women compared to traditional job platforms like Seek. But it's not just about the jobs. We are actually improving companies as well. So a defence company called Kinetic, we rejected them from advertising with us about 6 months ago. Because of that, they went on to increase their paid parental leave from 4 to 16 weeks, implemented a flex work policy, and measured and improved their pay gap. But it's not just smaller companies we work with. We are working with some of the largest employers across Australia and the UK, the likes of HSBC, Microsoft, JP Morgan, and BHP. And in 2019, we are launching into New York. And to do that, we have just raised $2 million from Scott Farquhar, co-founder of Atlassian's private family fund. And this year, we are on track to do $3 million in annual recurring revenue. So we will be the #1 job platform for women by 2022. And we will set the global standard of what a good employer looks like. So my ask today, oh shit, oh sorry. Oh. I am sorry, behind.
So the ask?
To please ignore that last word. For introductions to HR and C-level executives to employers in New York like T-Mobile and FedEx.
Good job. Round of applause. Well done. Who's got the question? Scanning, scanning, looking, looking. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. I just wondered, in terms of the model, obviously there's things you talk about like policies and alike, but how do you go about assessing the true culture that sits behind in those companies, and is there a feedback way for, I guess, the people that get employed to actually feed back into that?
That's a very good question. So over time, our criteria process has evolved and evolved, and we're now, because we've built so much trust with employers, they're handing over information like employee engagement survey scores and staff turnover, which are very indicative of staff culture. We actually make these policies public as well, so job seekers can make educated decisions on where they're applying. But in addition to that, we do get feedback from job seekers, which we feed back to the employers as well. We have also broken a relationship with an employer because they didn't meet our standards after coming on board. So we take it very, very seriously, what we do.
Thank you, Gemma and Valeria. A round of applause.